Good morning, CPC kids and families. My name is Shelly, and I am the children's director here at Central Peninsula Church.
And my name is Daniel, and I am a pastoral resident working with kids here at CPC.
And we're going to start off this morning with a little game for you all at home and for me and Daniel.
Mm-hmm. Do you hear us? Do you hear us? This is cool.
But before we play, we're going to take one quick break.
Yeah, we are. Yep, here we are with a game. And in this game...
It's called hide and seek. Can you see us now?
Ooh, good game, good game.
All right. Good morning again, yes.
Yes, good
morning. In this game, what are we doing, Daniel?
Well, we're going to see some pictures of buildings, and we're going to try to identify the buildings. But there's a bit of a twist. And the twist is the buildings themselves, which are actually upside down.
Upside down,
That's
just
right.
like our theme for this month.
Wow, you're right.
How Jesus just took everything we know and flipped it upside down.
Yeah, almost like we planned it.
All right, should we try for the first?
Okay, so if you see it and you think you know it, you can throw it in the chat. But
absolutely.
I think this is a race, right? We're trying to see who can get it first.
We are.
Okay.
Who can do it first? We're seeing it on here. You guys will see it on your screen.
Right.
Are we ready, Erica?
Oh, yeah, we are.
I don't know how to do this. Okay.
Okay.
Give us just a second.
Do you need help?
I just need to change it back to the Mac. I don't know. Hit that same button.
Mm-hmm. The bottom right.
In the corner, bottom right.
We're having a good time here this morning. We missed 1 week for Easter, but all falls apart. I hope you all had a very happy Easter at your homes. Did anybody decorate eggs? I did not, but I ate some eggs. I ate a hard-boiled egg. It was a little bit blue, but that's just because of the dye. And we'll be back in 1 second. What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off at college? Bye, son. That's right. I wish I knew 2 jokes. And we're coming back any second here. Here we go. If there's one thing I know about making shows, it's that we love dead air. And we're coming back. Shelly, I hear we're going to play a game here today.
We are going to play a game. Okay, first I just want to say thank you for your patience and flexibility with us as we are learning our new system. So without further ado, thank you for your jokes.
Just one. That's all I
had. Okay, we're just stalling. We're just stalling to give you guys time to get logged in, get settled.
Yeah, grab a snack.
Let's go ahead and play that game. Are you ready?
Sounds good, yeah.
Here we go. All right,
Okay.
Here's the first building.
Whoa.
What is it, boys and girls? What is it, families?
Big Ben.
Big Ben?
Yeah.
Is that the name?
That is the name.
I was thinking Cogsworth.
Like from Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah. Oh. Is it Big Ben?
It is.
Boys and girls?
Do you know why they call it that?
No, I don't.
Because it's so tall. It's big.
Oh. But why Ben?
Yeah,
Why not?
I don't know that part.
Why not
Jerry?
Big Charlie?
Oh.
Big Jerry?
Yeah. Let's change it.
All right, let's do the second one. Are we ready?
Hit it.
And the second one.
Here we go.
All right, the second building is...
Oh, that's, do you know that?
Is it a Coliseum?
Yeah.
Building's upside down.
Yeah, we're on the second one.
It should be the second one. And is it called the Coliseum?
Yeah, the Coliseum.
The Coliseum.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm so bad at this. Okay, where is that
go.
Coliseum, Daniel?
It's in Rome. Have you ever seen the movie Gladiator? He goes there.
I mean, maybe some of the parents have.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, let's try the third one.
Okay, here we go.
Third building. Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, there you go.
In
Paris.
Paris. So this is actually something I've been to.
Wow.
Yeah, and seen firsthand.
That's why you recognized it so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I have some friends that live in France, so
Oh, cool.
it's pretty cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you got the first one for sure, Big Ben, because I thought it was Cogsworth.
Well, we'll say you got the other two.
And then I think I got the next two, but I'm almost positive this next one. I haven't seen it yet, but I just don't really know very many buildings. But here we go. All right, we're going to go to the fourth building. Here we go.
Okay. Leaning Tower of Pisa.
So I immediately think of the Goofy movie with the Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the first thing that popped in my head just now.
Yeah. Huh. Why do you think it's leaning? Did they make it like that?
I think that maybe it was just on the foundation that's sinking. I really don't know the story behind it.
Okay, we're just
Do you?
spitballing. No.
Oh.
I feel like if it's falling over, should they do something about that? That seems like a problem.
You would think so. I'd be scared to go next to that.
Right.
Maybe some of you have been there and you've seen it in person. That's pretty cool. Shall we do the next one?
Please.
All right. Next building. Oh.
It's not so much a building.
Rushmore.
Yep.
Why aren't you saying it?
Oh, you started to say it.
You
I didn't want to
knew it.
interrupt.
Mount Rushmore. And it looks funny because we're just like looking up their
upside-down
noses.
faces. Do you know who those people are?
I don't have a clue. Nope.
Let's see. We got
Is George Washington? Okay,
Yep,
there we
he's,
go.
On our right, and then Jefferson, and then Roosevelt, and then Lincoln.
What? You win the game. Automatically, you win the game. Boys and girls, did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know all those guys? Oh
Do you know
my
where this is?
Do I what?
Do you know where it is?
Wyoming.
South Dakota.
Dang.
Yeah.
Was
this
I
one
close?
is in National Treasure 2.
Okay,
just
National
connect them to
Treasure.
movies.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. 2? Maybe not so much.
I think we have one or two more. All right, are we ready?
Yes. So we're ready. Space Needle.
In Washington.
Mm-hmm. Seattle.
Did you guys know that?
I knew that.
Have you been to Washington? I've
No.
been there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You've been everywhere.
I mean, No, not everywhere, but yes, I've been there.
Okay.
I don't think I went up to the top of that. I can't remember. Anyway, next one.
Sure.
You got that one, by the way.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I think that's just called the St. Louis Arch, right?
Arch? Yeah, it's in St. Louis, Missouri.
Thanks.
I've seen that.
Wow. You've been there?
I have been there. Actually, yes.
Cool.
Oh, man. Let's see. Do we have any more? Oh, one more. Oh, Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. A couple weeks ago, we learned how many years it took to build that.
It took a long time.
Yeah, more than one.
I have not been there.
Dang.
I would
I wish I could say I have.
love to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a palace, right?
Place of worship, maybe?
I don't think it is, but I could be wrong.
I don't really know. I'm so sorry, you guys. Maybe you know. You should tell us in the
Tell
chat.
us,
Okay,
tell
let's
us.
go. Next one.
Yep. Great Wall.
Great
of
Wall,
China.
China.
From Mulan.
From Mulan.
Originally from Mulan, and then they made it in real life after.
Yeah. They're like, oh, this is so good in the movie. We should just
Yeah.
do something with it.
Now all of China knows you're.
All right. Is there another one?
That
That's
was
it for our game.
Wow.
Daniel, you win.
Oh my
Like,
gosh,
I
did
just-
you win?
No, you knew all the presidents in Mount Rushmore. That's great.
And that was the game.
And boys and girls, maybe you knew some of those before we did, because that took us a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and jump into our countdown now, and we'll see you in just a minute. See you soon.
All right, and we are back. Thanks for waiting for us. We're back with another game. This time it is our very special Emoji Movie Challenge. And that's right, that's right. And I'm going to be playing this one along with Erica, who is making her way to the stage as we speak. And in this game, we're going to see some emojis up on the screen, and those emojis kind of give us hints at what the movie is. So we're going to try to guess it. You guys are going to try to guess it. Oh, Erica, welcome.
Hi.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Erica,
Wow. I see.
but yes,
Okay.
I'm
All right.
semi-ready.
I would say I, too, am semi-ready.
Okay.
Are you going to move that so I can see it, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about in the chat, you tell us, what's your favorite movie? Oh, and are we set?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get to say when to stop.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, stop. Oh, we have to go in order.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
This is wonderful. Spider-Man.
I was gonna say Bug Man.
Ant. So close.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yeah. I think there's an emoji for that.
Okay. Okay. Here we go.
So we have Spider-Man.
Here we go. Spinning.
I feel like you're able to see those before I am. They're pretty small.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
It is Lion King.
Okay, yeah.
Come on. Could you see it?
I mean, yeah. After you said it, maybe, but whatever.
Here. There you go.
Oh, yeah. That's
How about
better.
that?
That's much better. Yeah, you can. You got it. Okay.
What's it gonna be?
Lion King a second time.
Fish
Shark in
box.
the box.
Shark.
In box. Oh, we went to the wrong one.
Here we go.
Oh, Star Wars. Bada bing.
Okay.
Sorry, Erica. 2-1. Oh man. Okay. I can almost see those.
Can't see them at all.
Um,
This is funny.
elephants. Hear thoughts.
Elephant ear. Dumbo.
Oh, ears. Sure.
Huh?
Is it Dumbo?
It's not
No. I don't know very many elephant movies.
Elephant Ear Dreams.
um,
The Greatest Show.
elephants. Elephants.
Elephant's Ear Dreams. It's not
It's
Dumbo?
not Dumbo. Dumbo has elephants and ears.
I'm confused.
Sure.
Sure.
We can give up. Oh, that's an elephant movie, and he hears things.
Horton Hears a Who.
Oh, yes.
I did what you asked. This is good, Rochelle. I like when you tell us what the emojis are.
Yes. Okay.
Well,
Can you tell us what they are?
yeah. Can you tell us? Because I can see the answer. It's Cinderella.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's easier if you just tell us what they are.
Okay. This is an audio game now.
We're doing so well. We're just doing so well.
Uh-huh.
What's it
Here we
gonna
go.
be?
Okay.
Oh, we did this. we did
Pinocchio.
this- Oh my gosh. I was trying to say nobody should guess it because we did this one in practice.
I don't think you were going to say that.
Okay. I'm counting points for Dumbo. Okay.
Dumbo wasn't even right.
I'm counting points for it.
Yep.
Wizard of Oz. I'm going to say I won. Let's go back to slow motion cam. Wizard of Oz. I win.
Okay. Yep. One more.
Elf.
Home Alone.
Huh.
Ayo.
I'm sorry. Christmas tree.
Home Alone.
It could have been
For
Elf.
bonus points, Erica, do you know how many Home Alone movies there are
good ones or in general?
in general?
4.
I'm pretty sure there's 4.
I really don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know.
What do you think? Maybe we can decide who won during the break.
I'm gonna say I won.
Okay. So now we're going to move into our worship time. I hope you guys were able to guess some of those movies. Clearly, we were able to guess a couple.
Dumbo.
But let's get up on our feet, and it's time to worship. So here we go.
Everywhere that I go, you're there with me. Even in the night when I cannot see, I know you're by my side and I will be just fine. Oh God, you're always good to me. I wanna say thank you. I will live my life to praise you, and lift you high. Every night and day, I'll follow in your ways. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you, God. Every breath that I take, you give to me. Every brand new day is a blessing. I know you're by my side, and I will be just fine. Oh God, you're always good to me. I wanna say thank you. I will live my life to praise you, and lift you high. Every night and day, I'll follow in your ways. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you, God. I wanna say thank you for mercy and kindness, for grace that is endless, love and forgiveness. I wanna say thank you for mercy and kindness, for grace that is endless, love and forgiveness. I wanna say thank you. I will live my life to praise you, and lift you high. Every night and day, I'll follow in your ways. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you, God. I wanna say thank you, God. I wanna say thank you, God.
All right, welcome back. I hope that you guys enjoyed getting up, moving around, praising and worshiping Jesus. I want to jump into our Bible story for the morning. And at first, I wanted to just go over what our theme is for the month. Can anyone guess what it is? We've been talking about it. It's one word. It starts with an H. It's humility. If you guessed humility, you're right. That's what we've been learning about. And what is humility? How do we define it? Maybe you can say it right now, or you could say it along with me. Humility is putting others first. That's right, by giving up what you think you deserve. That's right. Well, as we promised, there was a game played before this story with Emoji Challenge, and I wanted to bring up our winner from the game, Miss Erica. Erica, we feel like you had guessed most of the answers correctly, and so because of that, I'd like to award you with a gift.
A brand new car.
Not a brand new car, and it's not a puppy. Your gift actually is right here, represented by this bag.
Can I take it?
You could take it. Yes. It is. What is it? It's empty.
It's empty.
Okay. What that bag
Yay.
represents, Erica,
Yes.
is Starbucks breakfast on me.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
feel like, whoever won that, it would have been a pretty cool gift. So
Yeah.
you're welcome. I know
Thank
you don't
you.
drink coffee, but,
Yeah.
maybe
Breakfast. I eat breakfast.
breakfast and something fun to drink. So now that you have that gift, which I think you like that gift.
Yeah, no, this is perfect.
Right? Okay, but what if I told you that you could answer a trivia question and get a bigger, even better prize? Would you want to go for that?
Always.
I mean, what do you have to lose? Right?
I mean, breakfast. But if it's bigger and better, maybe it's like,
You won't lose your gift. You have the option to
to swap it?
to swap it
Oh,
out.
then yeah, let's go.
Right?
Let's go.
Door number 2. No. Okay, so
Is it
here's
more
my question.
emojis?
Are you ready?
Is it more emojis?
You have to answer this
Okay.
question
Yes.
within 3 seconds to be able to swap out. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
If 3 plus 4 equals 7,
Okay.
what is 7 minus 4?
3.
Yeah! Genius!
Math.
Boys and girls, did you get that right? Okay, Erica, so now you get one of these prizes. Are you
puppy?
ready?
Is it a puppy?
It's a branch. Isn't that cool? Here, do you want to swap it? Do you want this branch instead of the breakfast and tea that I was going to get you?
I really don't.
You don't
What
Boys
am
and girls-
What am I supposed to do?
Boys and girls,
With that.
would you trade breakfast from me for a branch? I mean, this is a cool branch. Don't you think?
No.
No?
It's a branch. And is it real?
I mean, no.
Okay.
It's kind of fakeish.
Okay.
It might smell real. Okay,
nope.
okay, fine. I have some more really cool prizes in here. Do you want another chance to win a really cool prize?
Are they as
Maybe
cool as the
swap it
first
out?
one?
It's cool.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Let's swap.
All right, here we go. Okay, if a red train
Red train.
leaves the Hillsdale train station
Oh gosh.
at 5 o'clock,
That's real
what
early.
color was the train? 3 seconds.
Red.
Oh, you're right. See, guys, she's a
Two.
genius. Okay. Here's a really cool one. Ready?
A puppy.
It's a sponge, and I think it was used, but it's cool. Come on, don't you want to trade that meal for this used sponge? It's so cool.
I really, really don't want that. That's pretty gross.
Sponges get kind of
Nope.
stinky. All right, oh, sorry. Sponges get kind of stinky. I'll just leave it right there. Well, you probably aren't gonna want this other one then either. It's a sensitive it's sensitive shaving cream that I found in in the shower here at church. So
So many questions. So many questions I have.
do you not want that?
I mean, I have sensitive skin, but I don't think I want that thing.
Well, that's all I got. So are you just gonna keep?
I'm gonna keep the breakfast. Actually.
All right. Well, then you get breakfast next week.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Peace out, Erica.
Yeah. See ya.
Thanks for joining in. All right. I'm gonna center up over here. Well, oh man, Erica didn't want my other gift ideas. She didn't want these cool prizes. Boys and girls, would you have traded out that meal for some of these really cool prizes? Probably not. I know. But, okay, let's be honest. Sometimes it's hard to choose something worse if you already have something that's pretty good. And that's a really good example of that, right? Erica had a pretty cool gift just now. And I was not really tempting her with these not so cool gifts. But isn't humility kind of like that sometimes? Choosing what others want ahead of something that we already have. And we know that it's something we're supposed to do, right? We know that putting others first is something that we should do, but gosh, sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes when we're putting others first, it feels like we're trading in something good just to get stuck with like a branch or a dirty sponge. So let's go ahead and jump into our Bible story for the morning. So last week we celebrated Easter, right? And we saw that Jesus' life, his death, his resurrection, what did it do? It changed everything, right? We talked about how Jesus came and flipped our world upside down by changing everything. And one of the things that it changed was the way that we view others and how we treat them, right? And this was actually something that Paul wrote in a letter to Christians in a town called Philippi, okay? And he encouraged them to be united and to look at how he tells them to treat others. So let's go ahead and open up our Bibles. If you have your Bible, open up with me to Philippians chapter 2. And we're going to read verse 3 and 4. Now, Philippians 2, verse 3, that kind of sounds familiar, right? Does anyone recognize what that is? If you said it's our memory verse, you're right. So we're going to read a part of the Bible that includes our memory verse for the month. So let's go ahead and read verses 3 and 4 from Philippians chapter 2. It says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking at your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others." So Paul told these followers of Jesus that there was a way that you could live where you see others as a way to help you get ahead, right? Like you are the most important person, right? And you can use people to help make that clear. So that's one way you could live. Or, Paul says, you can put others ahead of yourself and look out for who's good? For your good? No, for their good, right? So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you some scenarios. And after I explain the scenario, we're going to hit the 1-minute timer and give you guys a chance to talk about these scenarios with your family. Okay? So the first scenario has to do with sports. Okay? So maybe you've tried out for a sport. It could be tennis, it could be soccer, it could be softball, could be football. So imagine that you're trying out for a sport, okay? And as you're trying out for this sport, the coach says, "Hey, I want all the kids to pair up with someone and do one of the exercises." So it could be a passing drill, it could be a throwing drill, whatever sport you're trying out for. So imagine that you're doing that, and I want you guys to talk with your family and think of two questions. So the first one is, how are you in that scenario trying out for a sport? How are you putting others first, but also how could you put yourself first in that situation? So think of both of those questions. How do you put yourself first? How do you put others first? We're going to give you a minute to talk about that with your family, and then we'll come back. All right, family. So how did that discussion go? I wish that I could hear all your answers, but I can't. I can try to think of some answers you might have come up with, but I encourage you to go ahead and put some of your answers in our chat so that other families can see what you guys thought of. Something I thought of in that situation, as you're trying out, and maybe one way to put yourself first would be to pair up with someone that maybe you know is not as good as you, and then maybe when you do the drills, you're playing like really hard and aggressive with them, in a way where maybe you're trying to make them look bad. And then an example I thought of maybe by putting others first is, you practice with someone, you pair up with someone, and you not play like super easy, but you respect them as you're practicing, rather than just trying to be, super hard and make them look bad. You try to make each other look good. Okay, I have another scenario for you guys, and this one has to do with, well, food. I have a bag of Cheetos, and this makes me think of maybe when you were going to school and you would pack a lunch, or maybe even now that you're home and you sit down at the table for lunch or maybe for dinner. My question to you is this: at mealtime, whether you were at school or whether you're at home, what are some things when you sit down for a meal? What are some ways that you can put others first? And then what are some ways that you can put yourself first? So again, you're going to sit down for a meal, whether it's at school when you were able to go, or now that you're home with your families, you sit down for a meal. And what are some things that you can think of, ways that you could put yourself first or ways that you could put someone else first at mealtime? All right, we're going to give you a minute to talk about that with your families, and then we'll come back and talk about it. All right, welcome back. Well done, everyone. Hopefully that stirred up some really good conversations about ways that you could put someone else first during a mealtime and ways that maybe you could put yourself first. Some things that I thought of, you know, if you're with a bunch of friends or if you're at school and you're going to sit down for lunch, you know, sometimes looking out for someone who looks like they might be lonely and trying to be a friend to them could be a way that you're putting others first. If you're at home eating a meal, some ways that you can put yourself first might be to try to always be the first one to get the food on your plate, right? If there's a dish that you really like, you're the first one to grab it. I want that first, right? Instead of maybe letting other people have a chance to get their plate of food first, and you can be intentional about that. You can maybe even help serve your family their food before you take your own. Would be an example of a way to put others first at a mealtime. Right? So great job with all of those scenarios. And like we said earlier, we know that humility is something that we should do. We know that. We know that putting others first is something we should do. But again, the truth is what? That it can be really hard sometimes. And I think that's why Paul, again, the author of this book, is telling Christians that they should put others first. He gives the ultimate motivation and model for why we should do this. Okay, so let's go ahead and read on. We're back in our Bibles, Philippians chapter 2, verses 5 through 8. Okay, I'm going to read that out. In your relationships with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus, who, being in the very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be used to his own advantage. Rather, he made himself nothing by taking on the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself, that word humble, by becoming obedient to death, even death on a cross. Right? So Paul tells us that we have this model for putting others first. Can you guys tell me who that is? Who's our model for putting others first? If you said Jesus, you're right. So Jesus is our model. He is the answer to our why questions. Why should we do that? Jesus was equal to God. He was equal, and yet he didn't use that to his advantage. Right? He became just like us in human form, and even more, he became a servant. He served others, right? This king, this holy God, serving others. And all of this eventually led to what we talked about a few weeks ago, which is his death on the cross. And that was not a very good trade for Jesus. I want you guys to think back to that trade that I offered Erica earlier. She's got this great Starbucks meal with me, and I tried to tempt her with a dirty sponge and a branch and some used shaving cream. Of course she's not going to trade it. But what did Jesus do? He traded what he had that was good for something that was not, and that is true humility. Even on the night before he died, Jesus was focused on others. At the Last Supper with his disciples, boys and girls, did you know he even washed their feet? Oh man, that is true humility. He washed the feet of his disciples, of his friends, to serve them. And this would have been one of the most shocking moments, right, in Jesus' life. He was God's son. His whole life, he could have pulled the, "Do you know who I am" card, right? He totally could have said that, but he didn't. He didn't cling to his status as God, but he put that aside, right, in order to rescue us. And there are times when something is rightfully ours. Like we can prove in every way how we deserve something, and yet the right thing to do is still to put aside our rights for the sake of others. And in those moments, our model and our motivation is one person. Can you guess it? That's right, it's Jesus. Our model and our motivation is him, who set aside more than we could ever imagine to put us first, right? Still, even though we know that all of this is important, it's important to put others first like Jesus did. It can be really, really hard sometimes, right? So I have a question for you, and that question is this. What keeps you from putting others first? What keeps you? What are the challenges that you face when it comes to giving up what you want for what others want? Now, I hope that as a family, you guys can talk about that. And for me, I'm just going to be really honest and say what my challenges are. For me, it's sometimes I think that I deserve what I have. I think I deserve, the money I get when I work hard at something, or I think I deserve first place if I win at a game, because I worked hard to get there, right? Or sometimes I look at other people who maybe cheated on a test, or they cheated to get to a certain place in line. If I'm going to wait in line, and I see that and I go, what? That's not fair. They didn't deserve to be there, right? And in those moments, it's really hard, really hard for me to put others first. But if I think about the model and the motivation of Jesus Christ, it makes me think differently. So our bottom line for today is that we should be putting others first because Jesus put us first. We should be putting others first because Jesus put us first. All right, boys and girls, we're going to jump into a time of worship to close out this morning. We hope that you can ask these questions with your family, answer them together, and remember who our model and our motivation for humility is, which is Jesus. All right, let's worship.
Even before the sun and stars caught fire, even before the earth and sky were made, you had a purpose and a plan for my life. You held my heart and you knew my name. So I will walk in the plans that you have for me. I will follow, trust and obey.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in for another Sunday. Thanks for putting up with our technical difficulties. We appreciate you, and we love being here. So I'm just going to close us out with our memory verse, and then I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Remember, our memory verse is Philippians 2:3, and it says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves." And remember, we want to value others above ourselves because that's what Jesus did for us. So with that, have a great Sunday, and we'll see you guys here next week. Bye.